Watch the entire case play out right here on NBC4. A jury convicted Brandon Banfield in the double murder of his wife Christine and stranger Joe Ryan inside their Northern Virginia home. A judge sentenced the family's au pair for her role in the killings 1 week later. The local case garnered so much attention, it's receiving a national spotlight in tonight's Dateline. Northern Virginia Bureau reporter Drew Wilder spoke with the show's producer for a preview.
Cameras rolled as Brendan Banfield and his defense attorney made the case to keep him out of prison for the double murder of his wife Christine and a stranger lured there by the Fairfax County husband and father alongside their au pair, Juliana Perez Miguelez. This horror story playing out as the couple's 4-year-old waited in the basement. After Brendan's conviction and Juliana's sentencing for their roles, NBC's Dateline is featuring the story tonight. For an in-depth look and sneak peek of tonight's episode, we're joined by Dateline producer Marianne O'Donnell. Marianne, appreciate you being with us. Talk a little bit about why Dateline has interest in this case. Of course, a crime like this is going to make local news, but what makes this Dateline worthy?
I mean, what doesn't? It's got intrigue. It has these incredible twists. It has this improbable plot, and that's just baked into the story. I honestly say, I don't know if you could make this up. If you did, I think you'd say, no, that's ridiculous.
And folks here in the D.C. region, certainly in Fairfax County, are probably up to speed with this story, certainly if they watch News 4. But I'm really looking forward to tonight's episode because even I, who's been following this story for three and a half years, planning to learn something new tonight. We appreciate you sharing with us a couple of clips ahead of tonight's episode. We want to give folks a look right now.
We were having a conversation in our conference room, and I was telling a story about the ways that people would go about affairs and knowing about people who would block phone numbers and go on their significant other's phones and trying a way to be deceptive about things. And I remember Christine's level of disgust when we were talking about it. And I want to say that she referred to it as the ultimate betrayal, as cheating as the ultimate betrayal.
Wow. She felt very strongly.
Very strongly. Very strong. That's disgusting. That's gross.
That was Dateline correspondent Blaine Alexander and two of Christine's co-workers featured in tonight's episode. Marianne, this is really the first time our viewers are hearing from Christine's friends. I mean, even during the trial, we didn't really get much of a sense of who Christine really was. What are we expecting to learn a little bit more about her tonight?
And that's really why these two women, and they're incredible women, co-workers, nurses, wanted to speak out. They were aghast that more of Christine's co-workers and friends, they understood maybe why the family wasn't, but they couldn't understand why others weren't talking about what a really exceptional person she was. I mean, a nurse who was born to be a nurse, who really put her patients first, who was kind to her co-workers, and then really above all, just loved her daughter, talked about her daughter whenever she got a chance, her little girl.
Yeah, understanding a little bit more about who Christine Banfield was, one of the many things that we are looking forward to as we count down to tonight's episode. Dateline producer Marianne O'Donnell. Marianne, good to talk to you again. Appreciate you joining us.
Same here, Drew. Always a pleasure.